get into it, folks. Deathmatch Nations Cup, USA versus Germany. And we're going to have Coast to Mountain as the first game. So we have True playing as the Italians. We have Leash playing as the Persians. And then we have Improvise as the Teutons. So notably, no Mongols here, but they're not part of the pool, I believe. With these civilizations that the players have picked. We have Turs playing as the Shu, and he's going to play water, so access to the Lush ones for him, which is a big deal. Then we have Persians in the pocket position for Keller, and then up here in the north, we are going to have the Italians. So the Italians are going to be at the top side, going full land, while the Italians for the other team are going to be going full water, matching up against the Shu. Interesting. All the scouts over here trying to stall out the villagers. Good quick walls there from True. Still building his docks over here, and he's going to open with galleons. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like a villager went down from Turs. So excellent job from True to come over and snipe that villager building the dock. It's only one dock up right now from Turs. Turs is struggling hardcore. Leash was also over here with a Hussar, and now Turs is going to lose another villager. Galleon working away. He might lose another one as well. Oh, Turs, friend of the stream. He's here all the time, and he's getting absolutely destroyed in the early villager kills. How many vills has he lost now? I think 3? 5! He's lost 5 villagers. He is at 5 total vills at the moment. Brutal situation for him. And look at the dock count. Water does matter because you can get your full trade line set up while denying theirs. If you have water control, there's also a lot of oysters and fish here. And I think Turs will need to switch onto full land army. Shikso already slinging all of his food to Keller. Interesting. 7,500 food going to Keller. So he's just going to play wood gold composition with the Genbos. And we're going to have full Persian war elephants. Or from Keller. With Genbos behind. Versus the Teutons on this side, and then the Persians behind this as well, with the elephants already coming out over here to protect the docks and the water push. Turs is heavily struggling. The Carracks from True all over the place. The Lushuan's not going to be able to do any good. And Turs is at 7 villagers. It's going for some White Feather Guard. Shu's land army is not really what you want here. In DM, at least I don't think so. Unless they get a bunch of traction trebs set up. So this is going to be an uphill battle all the way for Germany. Big expansion over here from the Teutons. Big expansion from Shikso. Big difference on this side. Siege Onagers for the Teutons. Not there for the Italians. So Shikso will need to make sure that his bombard cannons are constantly sniping these, and that the Siege Onagers can't get some big shots on the Genbos. Although it looks like if Improvise just turned around, he might be able to find some big shots. There we go. Couple shots coming in. Some more big shots. Some more shots. And a lot of Genbos go down, but the War Elephants are so tough to stop. The War Elephants are so difficult to stop. No T90 on Team USA. Why on earth would they have T90? They have, like, some of the best DMers of all time. Why would you mix in T9? Good raids over here from Keller. They're trying to drag themselves back into this game. It was just such a rough start for Turs, right? And they've already got the shortened trade line over here. They have no access to the water. So True can actually add in fishing ships, start taking all this gold. He can get some cannon galleons out to start ranging all the buildings that might be built on this side. And long term, it should be better for Team USA. The problem for Team USA is that True has a lot of population on the water, and he doesn't have this big, massive Genbos, which actually do get the bonus damage against the elephants. And the Paladins as well, but not if they get absolutely mashed by Siege Onagers. Well done from Improvise. The Bombard Cannons not taking out the SO in time. He's getting some good shots now, but some pretty unfortunate choke points here that they have to path through. Shixo's got to be really careful with those Bombard Cannons. Viper had eye surgery this week. Maybe he can't play. Maybe. Oh, Shixo! Almost losing all of his Bombard Cannons. They're all stacked up here. Improvise looking for a big shot. He doesn't find it. And Shixo is now coming with a big stack of trebuchets. 8 trebuchets. That castle should not last very long at all. Genbos now here from True. Feels like USA is a better position if they can just stabilize this top side. And Shixo! He's in the market! He's in the market! Oh, no, dude. Not like that. Germany losing everything. The Treb stack is still rolling forward, still taking out castles. But where did the Genbos go? They're gone. They're gone. 21 Bombard Cannons? Oh my god. I mean, I guess he's just replacing that population with Bombard Cannons and Trebs. More Genbos going down. Not like to be a Genoese Expo in the hands of Shixo. Tur's trying to push this way. We haven't spoken about him in a while. Getting some siege workshops set up over here. He's getting his eco set up as well, and he's got a lot of Arbalists. They have the double arrows with the shoe, but it looks like he's just kind of been protecting himself and only now finding an opportunity to stretch forward. God, Shixo, this is... I don't know if 22 Bombard Cannons is significantly better than like 5 when you have to control all of them like this. The Genbos are here as well for True. So True is going to be finding some value against these elephants. Esso getting some big shots as well from Improvise. Shixo doesn't want to let his Genbos anywhere near this. 1 traction Treb now coming forward. That could help against the Esso too. More big shots coming in. What's the elephant mass looking like? 45 for Keller. We have 35 over here for Leash. Eco is better for Team USA. Army count is better for Germany for the moment. As Shixo gets pretty close to these Esso again. I just get very nervous with Shixo. The Bombard Cannons are getting pretty close. Nice little raid over here from Turs. They'll need a castle somewhere in the center here, so they can't just run into the trade. But he is distracting True. So Team Germany, despite not having any water control right here, actually doing pretty good. And True's kind of struggling with that pressure. Dude, these Bombard Cannons, though, like, listen, brother, you're getting too close for comfort. Way too close for comfort. Good support, though, from Keller. I'm sure that food helped him at the beginning. Let's see what the resources are looking like. Keller has 62 on food, and he's, like, bare bones. Trying to queue up more elephants. More food now being sent from Turs. And gold to Keller. They're focusing. Oh! No! They're focusing on the elephant mass, and Shixo just went from 22 Bombard Cannons to 3. Arbalest, even with the extra arrow up against War Elephant, is not going to be a good time. And now Team USA takes the score lead. It's felt like they've had the better position for a very long time. Remember, they don't have the Caravanserai up yet. They should. Persians can build it. Why is Team USA not making Caravanserai? They're up over here for Team Germany. Donji's probably losing his mind at the moment. Team USA needs Caravanserai. Ganji's lining up to onager Team USA's base. Kurz still supporting. Elephant Mass 43 versus 41, so pretty even. Arbalest still just being annoying in the center. The trade line is longer. It's 91 gold. Yeah, 91 gold for Team USA. On this side, we have 65. So that's what the water control is giving them. But the trade cards are significantly faster with the Caravanserai for Team Germany. And it doesn't really look like they're making that much progress here. Also, True still has a lot of population loaded up on this Navy area. And he hasn't made fishing ships to grab the oysters either. Oh, Shixo losing a lot of trebs. He went for the treb stack before he had the control of this area. And it's only 1 treb remaining. Remember, he had 8 at one point. He also had 22 bomber cannons at one point. Went down to 3. Now he's back up to 12. Green elephants over here from Keller. Kind of overwhelming, pushing all of the siege back. There's no Genbos. There's no Genbos here from True. True is trying to go for a push over here. He's got a lot of his population mixed up on this side, but they need the Genbos in order to stop the elephants. The elephants are going deep for a raid. That's going to be a really difficult raid to clear up. Also, Arbalest supporting from the shoe on this side. Score switch. Team Germany now ahead. They're ahead on military. They're ahead on eco at the moment, and they're ahead on map position up at this top side where most of the wood is too, which can be really, really important. Nice raid here from Keller. Got just a little push from True. Just a little push. Tur sees it happening, though. Tur should be able to stop that. Elephant numbers still looking solid for both teams. 55 elephants for Keller. Constant queue of them, too. Very, very nice job from him. And, of course, the raids back here, huge. Right? 26 kills already for these elephants. Sniping the trade carts as they go by. Shixo still doing a fantastic job with the siege. This castle should go down. Improvise has just been pushed back, and they don't have much more space to fall back on. They really don't. Just wonder, man, what went wrong for Team USA? They got the water. They got some really good damage on Turs, and then feels like they just couldn't really capitalize on it. 58 elephants still for Keller, and most of them are just heading across the map. It does take them a long time to reinforce over here. Turs with an excellent recovery this game, by the way. Excellent recovery. Still no Caravanserai at all. It's like a 20% boost to speed, and it'll heal up your weak trade. You have to get those down if you're the Persian player. You can see the full line of Caravanserai over here. It's 1.8 speed. There's a few gaps, but 1.8 speed versus 1.5 for Team USA. Keller's elephant production has been so good. 20 elephants in the queue. 27 in the queue for Leash. Little bit of defender's advantage because he doesn't have to walk halfway across the map to get there. But the numbers, so heavily in favor of Keller. Also the positioning here, I think much better for Team Germany, right? Because they have the support unit, which is the Elite Genoese Expo. They're being produced at the top side, whereas True had to bring his Expo all the way from the bottom, and now he's just setting up castles so he can have some production at the top. Team Germany, pretty far ahead. They're still missing this area, but look at this, Turs. He's a sneaky one. He is a very sneaky one. He's going for the docks, so he's going to try and get back on water. They're going to try and extend their trade and maybe cut off the trade over here from True. Excellent job from Turs. The castles go down too, so True can't even get the castles up here to get his Genbo support. He's going to have to send his Genoese Expo all the way from the bottom, all the way up top. Shixo can just send them straight across. And despite the fact that Shixo has been hit by some really big shots this game, again. He's done such a good job just keeping the siege coming and keeping that pressure on and keeping his Genoese Expo coming out. I think if we were to look at his KD, it would not be great. It's still positive. Still positive. What's the KD for improvise? Ugh. Yeah, not great. Not great at all. This has been discovered. True now has to be worried about the water a little bit. He still couldn't do anything with this push down here. He's focused up here. He's trying to take this out. He's got some trade carts on the front lines as well as Shikso's still pushing in. What's the elephant count here for Keller? 57 elephants against 32. And way more in the queue for Keller as well. Leash is kind of struggling on food. Keller's got 80 on food right now. Keller's macro is really, really good, yeah. Tur's now sending more res to Keller. He's been slinging. Good castle setup back here from Shikso. More siege workshops so he can get the bomber cannons here faster. 6 more bomber cannons in the queue. Moment of reprieve here for Team USA. The pressure stops, and suddenly we have 15 bomber cannons as well from Improvise. And the castles for the Italians are not as good as the castles for the Teutons with the extended range. So Improvise is suddenly kind of back into the game with 56 trade. Would be much better with Caravanserais, which they still don't have set up. But the elephants, 61 elephants. Almost double the elephant population. The most powerful unit in the game. 620 HP, 20 attack. And 7 pierce armor to add to that. Like, is that really necessary? I don't know. Still, Genbo's doing well. Clearing up the numbers with the help of the castles. Bomber cannons get saved. Lee's still trying to queue up his elephants. The food count isn't really there for him, though. He needs more farms, maybe. Another push started by True. He's trying to take this out. He's struggling on water here as Turs gets more docks up. Definitely has to respond to this. Also has to pay attention to his Genbos on this side, though. And the wood is going to start to become an issue. You can see some wood back here. But Team Germany overall has control of way more wood. And wood is important in this map. We're almost 40 minutes in. 118k left, so they've got time. But only a few patches over here for Team USA. If Team USA retains the water, then they can trade for wood. You can't do it with trade cards, only with trade cogs. God, they managed to hold the line here for so long, but every time they start pushing back, it just feels like Germany locks in. And there's just always more elephants from Keller. Keller's elephants have been fantastic, and I think part of it is just his team is constantly slinging him food and gold. Like, look at the resources for Keller right now after he gets that sling, and he queues up 45 elephants. What's in the queue for Leash? 2 elephants. Also, Team USA has not managed to pull off any trade raids. We had 1 trade from Keller, or trade raid from Keller, and that's about it. So it's just been all in on the fights. Very cool game, though. Shout out to Turs. He had such a rough start. His teammates have played fantastic, and they did a great job keeping him in it. By having this push up at the top side. But now he's been supporting on this side. He's been threatening water. He's stopped the push over here. And he had units like distracting both the pocket and the flank on this side. Huge job from Turs. Great recovery. Dude, I don't know how much of a difference it would make, but I can't help but feel like the lack of caravanserai here is a big deal. A really big deal. Leash has been struggling for gold. He's got 45 trade cards with the entire map to trade along. They have a shorter trade over here for Team Germany, but their trade is like 20% faster. 20% more efficient. Turs winning water would be GG, I think. Well, that's what I thought at the beginning with Team USA winning water, and it didn't work out. I mean, cutting off the trade over here would be brutal, but I think True can hold for a little while longer on this area. Elephants from Keller going directly for the SO. Just ignoring the elephants here from Leash. Genbos are here from True, but they take a while to kill these. And the Genbos are still behind for Shixo, and Shixo's going after those Trebs. This is an overwhelming force for Germany again. Why is T90 not playing? Because he's not even like a top 20 USA deathmatch player. Just because someone's good at RM does not mean they're good at DM. Not sure why True and Improvise are banking 10k gold each. Oh, True! 13k gold! 9k gold! Are they just overwhelmed? They should be sending that to their Persian player. There we go. He sends some food. He doesn't send gold. He sends food. Like, what? And meanwhile, Turs is sending so much res to Keller. And Keller has 55 elephants with another 51 in the queue. And Shixo, again, tanks some big shots, but he constantly replaces everything. He's going to queue up some more bomber cannons here pretty soon. Actually struggling a little bit for wood now is Shixo. Needs to get some more villagers on wood, I think. And they have plenty of wood access. He's also taking the wood lines forward, and they're kind of like saving these for later, which is cool. Speaking of wood, Team USA. Not looking good on that count. There's some wood along this way, but these wood lines are looking a little bit scarce. Last time I checked, it was 115,000 wood on the map. 70,000 left now. Most of that within control of Germany. Pretty cool game, though. Excellent hold from Team USA over on this side. But just like non-stop push from Germany. And it's 71 war elephants. Where are most of them? Lumbering across the map. Feels like if he just doesn't fight and just waits for 71 of these together, it could be really good. Monks now being added in from Improvise and Leash. Now, monks are a very common solution to elephants in RM, but that's on 1.7 speed. That's not on 2x speed, and that's not when you have to manage an entire full 200 population, right? A lot of micromanaging going on with the monks. Big raid back here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, he's just staying ground patrolling with the elephants. Guys! Oh my god! He's just staying ground patrolling with the elephants, and they're slaughtering the trade as it comes through. Dude! Oh no! Finally get cleared up. That was a good raid from Keller. It'll open up some population for Team USA, and they'll put that into military, but still on the struggle bus is True and Improvise. And the wood situation. Is there even a wood situation? There is no wood situation. That's it. How did the elephant sneak through? I think it's not a case of sneaking through and more of a case of they can't stop it. Nice house walls here from True to try and prevent that. He's still contesting water on this side. A lot of his population is there. Doing a good job with the Genbos behind. We still have monks from Improvise trying to convert all the elephants. But it's 71 elephants. 10 bombard cannons. More trebs. Lots of traction trebs back here from Turs too. And the push here is pretty brutal too, because True doesn't have that much to stop this. So Turs still coming in here. He's trying to open up the path for raids to happen on the trade. And now monks being added in as well from Shixo. Man, I would love to see a full elephant spam with Saracen monks behind. You get like 15 Saracen monks with the Barista Man or whatever, and then you're just pushing with these elephants, and they're all area healing. That would be sick. Wait, isn't the hero from the shoe the area healing one? Does it impact your allies as well, or is it just your units? If it impacts your allies, it honestly might be worth sending the hero over here and getting it in on this elephant army. I just don't know. Oh, God. Oh, here he goes again. Little stand ground patrol action maybe in the trade. Maybe not because the elephants are there. Maybe he'll just chase it. But either way, this is very unfortunate for Team USA. Turs still slinging resources, by the way, to their Persians player. And bye-bye, Treb Stack. This might be the end for Team USA. They've held the line for so long. The villagers have no more wood to chop. The Trebs are going to be gone. The elephants still coming in from Keller. This might be the most war elephants I've ever seen made in a game. Got a little bit of a pushback over here from True. USA still not calling it. I didn't hear no bell. Keller 10k gold. Yeah, Improvise has 6k as well. But wood is a problem. True is playing Italians and he has 6 on wood with 142 in the bank. Keller is just straight up buying food. With 79 on food. He's buying food. Shoe Hero does heal nearby units. So, maybe that's something they haven't thought about. But, I think that would be good. It's not that big of an expense for potentially a lot of healing. GG. Now, it's been GG for a while, I think. Yeah. Great job from Germany. I mean, especially after that start from Turs, right? USA hard focused on winning the water. And Turs felt like he wasn't really in the game for a very long time. But these two up top did such a good job. Shixo sending 7,500 food to Keller right away was huge. You could see Keller was just constantly making vills and making elephants. Leash was struggling. Also, no caravanserai for Team USA. They obviously just completely forgot about it. Excellent job. Wood price. The wood price was 545 gold. So it was a decent amount. Amazing, man. Shixo with actually the best KD, despite getting hit by some huge shots. 935 elephants. That was the most created unit in this game was War Elephant on both sides. And you can see over 300 more War Elephants created for Keller than for Leash. That's awesome, man. Great teamwork from Germany. Just pumping out those elephants. Oh, Shixo's in the chat. What's up, brother? Shixo, what do you think about the Shu hero? Did you guys even consider that, or is it just not good because it'll get sniped down right away? I mean, it's got a lot of HP. Shu hero doesn't impact the entire team? Well, someone just said it did. Heals all nearby friendly units. Way too much looking for it? Okay. Might be worth a shot to just like send it out there and put it on stand ground. Never know. AI said it? Oh. Oh. All right, so let's get into... Oh. I don't have Game 2 recording yet. But we can put on a song for the USA team to maybe pump them up here. Games have already been played. We're casting Rex, but still, maybe they'll hear it from the past. Highway to the danger zone. Huyane, thank you for the gift sub to Lars Goth Girlfriend. I appreciate it. Huge. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thanks for checking out DM.
Your mom groped me 2 Halloweens ago.
Shadowflower, thank you for the 11 months. Welcome in. Next game is going to be Runestones. Will US has hope to win? Of course. Fish Nerd, thank you for the 25 months. Welcome back, brother. Higher the intensity. To the danger zone. Thoughts on Dave makeup with white... Sorry. Thoughts on Dave with goth makeup and white socks. I don't have any thoughts on that. I've never thought about that. Is Vipey German for this match? Yeah, Viper's on the German team. I don't know if he played in this set. I have no idea. Because I know he was getting the eye surgery, right? How's Team Canada doing? We lost against this USA team. We lost 4-1, unfortunately. We had a good run, though. People respect the Canadian DM talent now. Okay. USA versus Germany, and we're on Runestones, and Dravidians have been picked on a land map. In the pocket, no less. Very, very interesting. We're going to have Zayu now into the game. So it's going to be Shixo, Keller, and then Zayu. Zayu will be playing as the Ethiopians up against the Dravidians. I guess it's not in the pocket. It's on the flank. I got my pockets and flanks messed up. As Improvise will open with a castle, and he will also open with a barracks. A lot less buildings for him than everyone else. In the pocket position, we will have Lithuanians matching up against the Burgundians. And then over here, we will have Japanese against the Mayans. Feels like better civs for Team USA? I don't love the idea of Mayans here up against Japanese. It feels like a struggle for them, for sure. Also over here, Ethiopians should be pretty good against Dravidians. But Lithuanians should be better than Burgundians. Ethiopians is insane, though. Yeah. The siege for Ethiopians should be pretty good. Also, their Arbalists supporting potentially very nice, right? The Shotel's not really adding that much, I don't think. But they do have Halps. So the Halps can support. Elephant Archers for the Dravidians with SO. Can be very nice from Improvise. That's a lot of castles now being set up from our Mayans player. The question for me is, how good are Mayans? How good are the Mayans? They're not really a civilization you would think of as a late game powerhouse. Unless you're thinking about like eco-efficiency. And DM isn't really about eco-efficiency. It's not really about like, you know, cost effectiveness or taking good trades relative to your resources. It's about power spiking. Onagers behind from Keller. Eagles in here with Hulkins now, although we know it as Eldorado. And then, of course, the Plumed Archers behind. And that's basically the best you can do with Mayans. It's a fairly underwhelming composition. Elephant Archers now coming forward. SO from the Ethiopians with the extended blast radius should be really good. So we're going to need some bombard cannons potentially from Improvise to deal with that. And he's adding them in right now. The Paladins are going to be better with the Lithuanians. And I see the relics already coming in. So they'll want to get all of those relics towards the base of Leash. So that's going to be relic number 2. Hopefully you can get like 4 of them in there. See what they can do. Nice shot there from the SO of Improvise. He's trying to get another one. He doesn't quite get it. Gotta be careful with these Elephant Archers up against the SO from Ethiopians. Gotta be careful, bro. That's a very expensive loss. Good shots from Zayu so far. Zayu was not in the previous game. Would Ethiopian SO or Bomber Cannon be better? In this circumstance, SO, because Bomber Cannons really don't do that much against Elephant Archers. Interesting. Big push over here from Favorite. Also, Favorite, I didn't notice. New player in for Team USA. Favorite replaces True. And this should be a good composition for him. Samurai, Champion, Cab Archers behind with the Japanese Trebs to take out the Onagers. The Eagles will get mashed by the Champion and the Samurai, and then the Cab Archers can clear everything up from behind, and the Trebs can just roll over all of this stuff from the Mayans. It feels like Keller's job right now is just to hold, and then maybe get some raids in with the Eagles too. You hold. Maybe Improvise's job is also to hold, and then Leash is the one that's trying to take the advantage with the Lithuanians against Burgundians matchup. Burgundians don't seem like the greatest option. How many relics are in here? 14 plus 5, so we did get 3 relics in. Nice job from Leash. Oh, Mayans. Oh, Mayans. Oh. Yikes. Fucking Mayans, dude. I don't know what to say. Just bad. Uh-oh. 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 Little lost in the sauce over here, Improvise. Getting a little too close to these Siege Onagers, but he does back away in time. Paladin's constantly here to support. And some good castle positions over here for Favorite, especially denying the corner. And then Improvise stretching his way towards this corner to deny the trade. Lots of SO going down. Good raids from Leash. Once again, Leash is going to be, I think in the most important situation in this game as the support player, the better Civ than the Burgundians. I may be wrong. I don't know everything about DM, but that's just my suspicion. DM is on fast speed, yeah. DM is not played on normal speed, it's played on fast. Feels like DM on normal speed would be brutal. Okay, a little bit of a recovery here now that the Paladin are over to support for Keller. Lots of Samurai in here for favorite. And Team USA feels like they're taking a little bit of a break here to set up the siege. Germany, I think a little bit slower to set up, or not set up the siege, set up the trade, rather. Germany a little bit slower to set up the trade. Only 2 trade cards out from them. Team USA already with 26 for Leash. Zayu needs to find some insane shots against this Elephant Archer mass. That's so difficult to deal with. Did Viper not play for Germany? He is on the German team, but I think he was busy this week. He was getting his eye surgery or whatever. And these are Rex, so I don't know if he'll make an appearance. Shixo fully over here supporting, but that means there's not a lot at his base, right? The raids are going to try and come in from Leash. He'll look for that trade. And wow, dude. Improvise. Pushing in with these Elephant Archers, absolutely eating all of the Halberdiers. Population for Team USA looking pretty solid. They are ahead on eco now, and they're even on military. And I think their military is worth a lot more in terms of gold value, right? 4K more gold value on their military. Is Frost9 still the DM king? Yeah, I saw him earlier. Unbelievable, dude. The guy's an animal. Especially playing with Celts on that first game. Like, holy. Mayans are holding the line. But it's important to note that he got a lot of help from Shixo. And Shixo still hasn't really added in the trade at all. He's got Burgundian Vineyards, so he has some gold coming in. And he's still got some gold on the map, but he needs to start adding in this trade. Leash has done that already. And Leash will be in a position to fully produce now. Be it Ladus or Paladin. Now he's killing some villagers from Zayu over here. Good raids from him. Mayans players pushing out once again. Favorite should be able to stop that, though. He's adding in the trade. Not a lot of trade for the Mayans. It's just 4 cards for Keller. And without gold, Mayans can't really make any effective unit. I mean, you don't want to be making food wood units anyway, unless it's just Halb. So a little bit more calm now. It was hectic at first, but each team is set up now. Another big mass of siege onagers from the Ethiopians, and oof, that's what happens, guys. That is what happens with the Ethiopians. You have to be very careful. He will absolutely destroy your army with the extra blast radius. More SO, more bombard cannons, or maybe more Paladin from his ally needed. Good shots here from Zayu. Zayu has to get the attack rounds in on these Paladin coming in before they're close. You can see Lee's trying to dodge around them. Trying to snipe all these SOs so the Elephant Archers can push forward. Maybe start a push through the center here if it's not going to work on the corner. Our Japanese players still pushing up against the Mayans. Great hold so far from Keller. But it might be approaching that moment again where he's going to need help from his pocket player. If Trebs are added here from Favorite, and the Trebs are back here, he's going to need his pocket to come over and support. Because the Plumes and the Eagles can only do so much. But the pocket seems a little bit busy trying to support Zayu. Dave is underestimating Mayan skirmishers. I don't know if Mayan skirmishers in DM are the greatest. Oh, man. Favorite. Getting cut off the gold at the front here. That's a good castle from Keller. Keller still only has 4 trade cards. So he is just focusing on the gold on the map currently. Don't think there's that much of it left. Improvise takes out one of those trebs. He might be able to take out a second. The latest are coming over here. Good support there from Leash. Mine's still trying to push forward, but the Japanese treb stack is brutal. And the Cav Archers have gotten 125 kills. The Cav Archers have done really well. That extra bonus damage against Archers is going to be really nice against the Plumes from the Mayans player. Lots of SO going down here from Zayu. The Siege Workshop's also going down. His main base is being pushed in the center. They've stopped the push in the corner because there's too many castles over here. In the center, though, some opportunities opening up. And now we've got a lot more cavalry coming over from Leash. 41 latest in the queue. Maybe had too much eco earlier. You can see it's got a ton of gold in the bank. He just had a little bit too much eco and he couldn't get the pop space that he needed for the military. Speaking of not having pop space, I mean, 26 military only for Shixo? Japanese towers should be good, no? I don't know if they're allowed to make towers. I know not bombard towers. I don't know about keeps. They might be disabled. Good raid back here from Improvise. I mean, this will be very difficult to clear. Right, the latest are here as well. They're going to try and go for a castle. Some Paladin coming back. But bye-bye all of the trade that they got set up. There's another raid over here with just Eagles. This kind of feels like a game where the Germans deliberately picked some subpar civilizations just to try something. Force some good ones out of USA. Donjons allowed for Sicilians? I think donjons are allowed. Oh boy. They found a hill too. Oh boy. Yep. Yep. They're firmly entrenched in the trade, even though this guy wants to leave. And now more raids coming in from Leash. And that'll force a lot of the military back from Keller, which means that Favorite can push in here. I'm surprised Favorite only has 2 trebs at the moment. Feels like you should constantly have a stack of like 10 trebs with Japanese, but maybe he's been focusing on other things. The trade is still being raided back here, and more elephants make their way in, and the villagers building the castle are being sniped. They're being targeted by Improvise, and he clears them up. Yikes. Eco KD should not look good for Team Germany. Yeah, 180 to 17 on the Eco KD for Leash. 59 to 26 for Improvise. Favorite has actually lost a lot of Eco. So maybe that's why he's been struggling, because he's lost 95 trade in villagers. Important question, when have you last used a microwave? 2 days ago. The honey in my honey pot, or container, or whatever, it crystallized. So I had to heat up water to soak the honey in so that it would uncrystallize and go back to being usable honey. So that's when I used the microwave. Good raids. Again, almost 200 villager kills here from Leash. You're my honey? Okay. Cool. It just feels like once the Japanese get rolling over here, it's going to be really tough, but I've been saying that for a while. I think there were just some excellent raids on Favorite, and Favorite Never really got the death ball that he wanted. But now that he has it, the castles will go down. Then the plumed archer production is falling, right? The barracks are going down as well. Losing more and more map position over here for Keller. And it's still the elephant archer mass for Improvise running the show on this side. Oh, the trade is running through here too. That's Keller's trade. Right through the battlefield. Zayu not finding the shots that he needs with the SO, at least not yet. And Mayans. Mayans, that's all you have to say. Mayans in the late game, and GG. GG comes in from Keller. Very well played from Team USA. We've got ourselves a set here. Once again, I think I would have to talk to a DM expert. Maybe there's some in the chat. I think this was like, I'm not going to say throwaway civs, but Germany came in here knowing that their civs weren't going to be as good. And they were just trying to kind of steal a win and play matchups a little bit. Mines versus Japanese does not feel like the greatest matchup. Mines versus anything does not feel like the greatest matchup. Ethiopians versus Dravidians, I mean, maybe if you get big shots, it's good, but Dravidians have a way better backline unit with the elephant archers. And then Burgundians against Lithuanians. Like, Lithuanians should just be better. The weird thing on a throwaway round is Ethiopians here, though. Is Ethiopians, like, that great of a civilization in DM? The siege is obviously good, but...
U.S.A. U.S.A.
Thank you, Revelance, for the 42 months. Good eco from the pockets, but... Is USA short for Ursula? No. Germany did not lose by not making Mayan skirmishers. No. Next game is going to be Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake. All right, let's play a game for, or let's play a song for Germany now. If I were to ask for an amount of Luftballons, I would ask for 99. Personally. Yo, Shootchastics, thank you for the 5 gifted, bro. Thank you so much, man. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's see how much time I have left on the ads. Okay, we're good on pre-rolls. Cool. Games have been entertaining. More entertaining than I thought. I'm starting to like DM. With the civs the way they are now, it's very, very interesting with the matchups. It's definitely a complete vibe shift from RM, right? A lot of tactics going into it as well. Okay. So, we've got Turs back in the game here for Team Germany. We have True back in the game for Team USA. And we have Canyon Lake, which has a couple fish on here. Probably not that important. The water is probably going to be very important, though, once you get cannon galleons on there. As we see Improvise being harassed a little bit by the early Hussar. Tur's also sending his Hussar over here to try and snipe villagers. Meanwhile, Hussar is still trying to snipe over here, just forcing idle time at the moment. We have Huns for True, which is great. He doesn't need to make houses, but he did lose a villager early. And the stables are coming out. He's making Tarkans, and he's sending those Tarkans instantly over to Zayu's base, who is playing as the Georgians. Remember, no towers allowed, so Svan Towers is not going to be a thing here for the Georgians. In the pocket position for Team Germany, we have Tatars from Turs, and then we have Huns as well from Keller. So it's going to be Huns up against the Jurchens over here. We're going for Steppe Lancers right away. Iron Pagoda is probably really good later on, as the Tarkans continue to try and snipe these villagers. Not going to get him, though. Might get this guy, and he does. And then final player is Leash playing as the Mayans. So this is the opportunity that Team USA is going to take to play the Mayans. We'll see what sort of start they get over on this side with the help of the Eagles. The Eagles are coming over to help out against the Tarkans, too. Feels like Jurchen should have a better late game than the Huns. So if the Eagles can get a good start and, you know, start locking down this Cav Archer mass or harassing it at all, maybe also killing some of the eco, the Jurchens can get ahead and start cooking. Eagles also over here. Leash trying to snipe the villagers, trying to delay. More units coming forward from True. Production is really good for True. USA is ahead on military count. They're also ahead on eco count. And right now, Zayu is not building at all. He's not doing anything with his villagers. They're just stuck inside the castles. This is a huge moment here for True. He is tossing units, but look at what he's doing. He's building TCs. He's building more military production. He's building castles. Steppe Lancers are going to be a problem for the Mayans. Every unit is actually going to be a problem for the Mayans, as Leash now enters the water game. Tries to get docks up here. Mayans can go for the catapult galleon, which is the worst of the cannon, droman, whatever line. Still effective, though, at stopping people building around this water. Let's see how the Jurchens can manage. Germany now pulling ahead on army count. Huns are Huns. Not needing houses is huge, right? The population spike is crazy. It's 115 military for True. 71 military only for the Huns on the other side. Let's see if True has enough, though. The Tatars are fully over here supporting, and the Mayans they just don't feel like they have the units to support. Feels like it's going to have to be just a full raid angle from Leash. True will have to fight a 1v2 on this side, up against the Tatars and the Georgians. And Georgians get SO. And Steppe Lancers in a mass, really, really solid. Eagles are coming over here to support now. Steppe Lancers are not here anymore. Rocket carts working away on the Trebs and the CA. And they explode because of thunderclap bombs when they die, which is kind of cool. And the Trebs have been killed, so the castle is held here from Improvise. Population still ahead for Team Germany, though. I love the fact that Leash has gotten the water and has some catapult galleons on here. I want to see more, though. Yeah, chess with Jordan. It's also super sick that they're not playing just Mirror Civilizations anymore. Like, they have the whole drafts, and you can see the civs matching up against each other, because we have so many civs now. So I think it's really cool what they've done. Oh, man. The Mayans are still trash, though. The Mayans are horrible. What's up, Rooster? Thanks for the tier 3, brother. Hell yeah.
Hey, Dad. Hey, guys.
We'll just see how much raiding potential the Mayans have. Or if Leash can, like, sling his ally or something. Now we've got Eagles combining with the Jurchens. It's a full 2v1 over here against True. True population count has really fallen, especially the army. But it's a full 2v1 over here against Keller. And Keller's population is looking worse than True's. Without the Steppe Lancers to support against the Eagles, The Cav Archers will take quite a while to kill them, and the Jurchens are pushing behind. So will the push from Improvise and Leash make more progress than the push from Turs and Zayu? Nice snipes over here on the Siege Onagers. Great job there from True, buying himself some more time. Now the Eagles are coming over as well, but the Step Lancers are here. And the Manaspa are here. Plus the Cav Archers from Turs with Tatars. Siege Rams added in from Improvise. He's got all the helms inside. He's starting to work away on the buildings. Iron Pagodas are a very strong option. Rocket Carts also getting shots against the Cav Archers. And Leash is going for a huge raid with the Eagles in the back. Let's see if he can do it. True is losing his entire base here. Leash is just in such a tough position, right? Mayans. What are you going to do with Mayans? You could raid with Eagles. That's about it. I mean, you could get a Plumed Archer mass, but it takes up a lot of space, right? It's 50 population in Plumes? Is that the play? I don't know. Eco count ahead for Germany. USA ahead on military now, though. And this raid will be very annoying. Very, very annoying. All their castles are set up on the hills. Not so much on this flat area on the back. Eagles are putting in work. Good job from Leash. Leash also took out this castle here. Feels like True doesn't really need these buildings anymore. He's setting them up elsewhere. Well, he kind of does, actually. Because he doesn't have any production buildings anywhere else. Just producing from this area. Leash needs to get some more archer ranges and stables and everything set up. Leash is really in a bad spot if he loses these. And Keller's held the line with the help of Turs. Team Germany seem to be in a better position now. Still don't have anything on the water, but the catapult galleon's still not like ranging these villagers or anything. And Leash's raids have been cleared up. Team USA does have some trade. 25 trade cards here for Leash. 27 for Improvise. Nothing for True. And True finally setting up more production buildings. But the eco is not being spent. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. He's just not spending them on anything. He's not producing units. I don't understand what's happening over here with True. Kellen's in a pretty rough position, and he's not really doing anything to help himself out either. Okay, Opso, don't be weird. You're way too comfortable here. Eagles against Paladin, not the greatest matchup at all. Cav Archer's coming over here to stop this raid. This True is still now in a 1v1, but 8 trade cards in the queue, and that's it. That's all he's got. He's not even queuing villagers. Finally makes some more Paladin. And the Jurchens aren't even really pushing. Feels like a win for Team Germany. It's the Mayans again. You pick Mayans and you lose. Dog water civilization in DM. Eric, thank you for the 5 gifted, bro. Thank you so much. If you guys got gifted a sub today, make sure you thank the gifter. Very generous. You also got Mr. Mudbutt in there. Great. Cool. Welcome, Mr. Mudbutt. Welcome. Thank you, Eric. My homie. What needs to be done to save the mines? I mean, they're fine. It's just not in DM. Makes me wonder why they picked them here at all. If they were going to get any momentum on this map, they needed to do something while True was 1v2ing.
Been away for a bit.
And they didn't really do much with the push here. They pushed him back there, but then they got stalled out. The raids from Leash, they were okay, but they weren't excellent. And True has just been really struggling here, guys. Like, he's not queuing units at all. He's trying to add trade. But he's not even queuing vills. He doesn't even have a TC. He doesn't have a town center. Kind of feels like True gave up on this game 10 minutes ago. Rooster, thank you for the 55. It's a different Rooster. I don't want to say this about True, but I think like he's been waiting for his team to call the GG for 10 minutes. He's finally queuing some units. He had such a good start. A lot of momentum, right? Really good position on the Georgians, and then just a full 1v2. He has done a pretty good job constantly sniping the SO with his Paladin, though. Team USA is still kind of comparable in total population. Truno getting his trade cards set up. It's 40 trade for the Mayans. Lee should be in a position where he can start slinging soon. 92 vills and 40 trade cards. I'm honestly surprised he hasn't slung yet. He's got a lot of resources here. It was actually Improvised that sent res to True. And more raids coming in from Leash. Also, Turs kind of gotten back on water, right? Leash hasn't really been paying attention to that. Mayans water is not fantastic. It's better now that they have the catapult galleon. Still not fantastic. And a good push from Zayu. They're going to take the corner. Once they take the corner, it's game over. $87 Eagles in the queue. If he had unqueued a few of those and set that res to True, maybe True would be in a better position here, but who knows? Still only 59 villagers for him. 6 on food for True. He's still sniping the SO, though. Consistently sniping those. And now some Eagles are coming over from Leash. So they're going to try and hold the line here. They're going to try and push this back. They should be able to snipe the Trebs. Should be able to deny this castle for a while. And on the other side, Improvise, well, he's holding the line. I think it's really difficult for Huns to push Jurchens. Zayu overboomed. He does have 165 population in Eco. Not a lot of pop space, right? Especially when you're playing into Manaspa. Probably wants some more. Look at a little pushback from Team USA. Army count's getting closer. Eco count's kind of there. True's still at... He's still at 59 vills, but he has 37 trade cards. Feels like that food needs to go somewhere else if you're Leash, though. The food can go to True, or it can go to Improvise. You don't really need it with Mayans. Needs to start slinging. And some good raids now from Keller. Over on the base from Improvise. Iron pagodas are nice. They're very, very good. And they should be able to deal with the Paladins with the Cap Archers behind. They have 7 Pierce Armor, by the way. So the Cap Archers for Keller, taking a while to kill these Iron Pagodas. Grenadiers now in. Adding to the army from Improvise. Trying to go after the Cap Archer mass there. Unfortunately, True could not stop this castle, however. And Leash will have to help out. True just constantly sniping the siege again. He's been the one player on Team USA that has never really approached max population. Grenadiers doing good work from behind. Going after the CA mass. Iron Pagoda still pushing in. Team USA now ahead on military, still behind on eco. Both players just kind of lost focus on the water as well, as we see some big SO shots coming in against the Eagles. Eagles are just not. They're just not it, right? But what else are the Mayans going to make? Don't really have anything else. You just got Eagles. ETSD Grenadiers, yeah. Population is close. True has 93 eco now. 38 trade cards, 55 vills. Still does not have a town center. There we go. He's finally adding some more TCs. Did he get res sent to him? Leash is finally sending some of his food to improvise. That means more Iron Pagodas. Grenadiers coming out too. But Zayu's got this position over here. The line of castles stretching towards the trade. And if they can't hold these castles right here, that trade's going to be completely exposed. Lots of SO too. Almost to the point where you can challenge the castles straight up with the SO. Almost wiped out his own castle foundation there. He will do it here. No. Still alive. Paladin coming in again. Nukes his own units and his castle. Maybe not the greatest attack round of all time. And True and Leash just desperately trying to clear up all these siege. They've lost both of these castles. Population dropping like crazy for Team USA, and holding the line over here is Keller. So nothing good happening over on the left side. Definitely nothing good happening over on the right side. Zayu goes for another castle. He's still buying stone. And not a lot of raids coming in here. I mean, it's pretty hard to raid this, right? Look at the mini-map. Look at all the castles they've mixed in. Great job from Team Germany. Excellent job. The Eagles will struggle heavily against the Keshiks, though. And the castles. True finally getting some more eco set up over here. Mayans was picked. Yeah, they have groups of civilizations. So last game, Germany picked Mayans, and they lost. Because the Mayans couldn't really do anything. And now we're seeing kind of the same situation for Team USA. You just have a pocket that's pretty ineffectual with their units. It's not that he's playing bad or anything. I think he's done the best he could. It's just a bad civ. It's just a bad civ. A little bit of a push here from our Jurchens player. No siege support, though. Improvise now slinging True again. Trying to hold on to the siege. Or sorry, the trade. Yeah, it's very important over a long set to be strategic with your civilization picks, right? So this might have been the attempt from USA. Like, we use Mayans here. Try and find some good matchups. If it doesn't work out, we take the loss. It's a best of 7. And we burn that civilization. So great job from Germany, especially Zayu over on the side here. The push was excellent. The early game, he really struggled against the Huns, and credit to Turs for coming over to help on both sides. But the push after that was really, really good. Just a line of castles coming in. And then setting up the trade and securing the trade was fantastic. Look at that mini-map, bro. All the castles in the back. So good. Tough position for Leash, obviously. Kellen or True I think had an excellent early game, but then just really stalled out. There was a solid 5 minutes there where he really wasn't doing too much. And he had resources too. That was unusual. Military. KDs are fairly even, with the exception of Leash, as you would expect with the Mayans. Eco, most res collected for the Mayans. And you can see this is true down here, right? 45,000, like 30,000 less res collected than everyone else. It's because he got pushed so hard and he had no TCs for a very long time. Okay. Game number 4 should be coming up soon. Germany ahead 2-1. This is without Viper. So when we talked to Ganji, he said, I like Germany's chances. They're 60-40 if they have Viper. If they have Viper. They don't have Viper. And they're still winning. So good position for them. Loss for the Huns for Team USA. Loss for the Mayans. And a loss for the Jurchens. And then a win for the Tatars. Win for the Huns. And a win for the Georgians. Do I like oatmeal? Yes, I like oatmeal. Yeah. Is Viper that good on DM? Yeah, Viper won quite a few DM tournaments in 1v1. And some team game ones, I think. It used to be like him against True as the two best. So yeah, Viper, to answer your question, Viper is very solid. Yeah. The code as well, yeah. And Jidba as well. Next game is Vinland Saga. That was USA's home map, by the way. So Vinland Saga, you start on a tiny little island, and that's where you build. There's ice surrounding all of it, so you can't build on the ice. You can't make navy either, so you have to extend outwards towards that middle area. It's actually really interesting. And like when Team Canada played it, they 2v1 the fuck out of one guy. I can't remember who it was, and they almost defeated him. So I think this is a map where like the early pressure really matters. It's hard to settle into this one. They had Slavs. Yeah, that's right. And Slavs is still available. Such a good civ on DM. Obviously, amazing late game composition, but also your teammates don't have to build houses because each production building counts for 5 pop space, which is huge. You don't have to spend time building those houses. It's been fun. Good series so far. All the games have been pretty competitive. That last game had a very similar flavor to game number 1. It was just kind of USA holding the line and trying to come back and not being able to. Although game 1 was the most even one so far. And here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Vinland Saga. Very interesting map, right? You've got this area to build on, and you have to be super efficient with your building placement because there's not a lot of space. Then you migrate yourself out to this place over here, the mainland, and you try and get stuff set up out there. Keller is going to be playing as the Malians. He'll be up against Improvise, who is playing the Ethiopians. And a nice quick wall there to stop his villager getting sniped. And then we have Leash playing as the Tatars. He will be matching up against the Turks for Turs. So Turs is going to play Turks in the pocket position. Interesting. And then Chicso finally as the Inca. And he will be up against the Slavs. So the Slavs have been picked here from Team USA. If Germany can break the Slavs, that's... Ooh. Well, in game... If Germany can do something about... If Germany can win this game, this would be huge for the Civ matchups. There's not a good way to say that without some sort of negative historical context. There's no good way to say that. All right, Cav Archers being mixed in here from the Tatars. Let's see what the Incas go for. It's going to be Champy immediately. Up against the champions with Drazina, and the champions with Drazina should just absolutely destroy all of this. But Kameyooks could be good. Slingers could be maybe viable here, potentially. I don't know. Trade already getting set up from Leash. He's gone for the early market there, and you can see him using that. It's going to set up the castles as well. And then we have some Shotels, some Halbs, and some Arbalists coming out from our Ethiopians player. You can already see the population scaling way faster for USA, right? Because they don't have to make those houses immediately. They can just make the barracks or the archer range or stable or whatever they need right away. And, oh my god, the Incas are going to get slaughtered here. Oh god. What a terrible matchup for the Incas. Incas versus Slavs. Oh my god, dude. That's not it. Like, it really isn't. This is horrific. What's the KD for... I feel bad for Chicso. The KD is 11-73 already. He's just gonna have to hold the line, basically. Why is Incas versus Slavs bad? Because the Slavs have the area attack with Drazina, so you can't take any infantry battles versus them. The Slavs also have SO. Incas don't have bombard cannon to take out the SO. They only have Onager themselves. Like, you can't go Slingers because the SO are here. You can't really play your infantry up against the infantry from Slavs. Because if you stack up, even with the Kameyooks, the Drazina champions are going to kill you. And your Onagers are just worse. So, good luck. Let's look somewhere else, though. Big army coming through the center here from Leash. And USA is still ahead on population as we see our Ethiopians player pushing out now. They're destroying wood lines. They're cutting a path. Big army as well from the Turks. Sipahi Cav Archers with 100 HP. But the Tatar Cav Archers with that extra armor coming in and sniping some of the villagers. I think this is the matchup we're going to have to watch, right? It should be Favorite absolutely destroying the Incas over on this side. The objective for Chicso should just be to hold the line. Hopefully buy some time for his allies. But it's not exactly an easy matchup over here for the Malians against the Ethiopians. And it's not exactly a great time for the Turks either. Feels like drafting is half the battle in this tournament. Nice clear up there. Lots of Trebs for Chicso, so he plays slow and patient with the Kameyooks and the Trebuchets and the Onagers. Once again, SO just feels so much better. SO getting some big shots against the Kameyooks. KD 100 to 179. Still much, much better for Favorite. And Favorite will roll the Trebs around and start taking out these castles one at a time. And so getting some big shots here for Improvise as well. Team USA almost 100 military ahead and still ahead on eco too. Got Turk CA against Tatar CA. Feels like if the Tatar CA are on a hill, they win that. But on flat ground, the Turks' extra HP might carry them. Tatars do have the extra Pierce armor, but it's only +1. He's out popping him though. 75 CA versus 63. Doesn't feel confident enough. He's going to pull back and support his ally. And Keller just keeps falling back here. Keeps falling back. They're going to run out of space. They can't even farm anywhere, folks. There's no room to farm back here. They need space for military production, but they also need space for farms. Chixo's still trying to hold the line. Where'd the Treb stack go? The Treb stack is here for Favorite. Eco for Team Germany, getting close to USA. Military is still a little bit ahead for USA, but map position is much better, I would say. Yeah, this is a tough spot for Keller. Trade is also looking much better for USA. Way more trade than Germany. Oh, God. Chixo's got to be careful against these SO. The Treb stack is pushing forward now as well. He does manage to take out the SO. There's not a lot of SO back here for Favorite. Maybe Favorite needs to back up. The Trebs need to back up. He's pulling him back now. He's adding in Boyar. More Trebs from this side from Chixo. Nice job. Germany kind of holding the line. They're doing well. Chixo's doing a good job over here. Holding against this. Feels like Favorite's trying to really mass up the trade and get his eco going before he starts a concerted push, but it's still good for Chixo to be alive against the Slavs this early. Who is the favorite here? Well, that would be Favorite. That's right. Treb's going down from Turs. Improvise doing a good job. Favorite getting his eco to the point. Let's take a look at his eco. Let's see what he's floating. He's floating a lot. And he doesn't have any food eco at the moment. But remember, he does have Slav farms. So once he gets some space, once he starts farming, that food will come in very fast. Feels like he's kind of in a position now with 40 trade carts where he can start adding in tons of SO, maybe some Boyars, more Trebs, champions, and just get Chixo off of this island over here. Malian's also not the greatest civilization in the late game, right? They have Bomber Cannon, they have SO, they have the champions with the extra Pierce armor, but doesn't feel that strong against Ethiopians. Kind of feels like Ethiopians are doing the siege better. And that's going to be the key unit in this matchup. Good job from Chixo, though. Takes out another castle. Tur's just holding the line with his CA. Germany now ahead on total military population. However, this is extremely concerning. Remember, their trade is all running to this island. So Favorite can take this out. It's a big deal. Favorite massing up more SO now. I think there is potential for big trade raids with the Cav Archers too. There's some areas that you can sit that aren't within range of a castle. Like there's another area on this ice here. You might almost want to like... If you're Turs or if you're Leash, you might just want to loop around on the ice and then find yourself a fantastic position. Big raids on the center here. It actually might come down to wood control, to be honest. This woodline is depleting pretty quickly. If you're Team USA and you've got SO, you could start chopping away at these and deplete your opponents of wood quite quickly. I think like the ice run is actually a really good idea. If you're Turs and you're trying to get yourself back in the game, grab 30 Cav Archers, shift queue them all the way around here, and you get in the trade. And they can't stop you. They might not even see you until it's too late. Big siege ram push to the center now from Leash. Tatar Trebs can range from a very long way away. 19 range on those. So if you masses up a big ball of Trebs, you can take out these castles with the siege rams running cover on the front. It doesn't look like he has them. There's a lot of things to focus on here. Push still happening over here from Improvise. Keller's still trying to hold the line. Keshik's now making their way over on this side, and that's going to be a big problem for Keller too, because his SO will go down to those. And then the Slavs. Like, I feel bad for Chixo playing Incas in this situation. It just ain't gonna happen, Super Chief. Incas will not be able to push back Slavs unless we have some huge mistakes from Favorite. The wood is all gone here. The Rams are still taking out buildings. They've got 2 more wood lines to take, and that's it. And they're not really taking back any map control either. Actually, they're losing map control, with Keller now losing this island. So if they lose this island and this island, where are they going to trade from? They can't. Feels over. 150 population behind now, Team Germany. Good raids from the Boyars. They found the trade. No raids whatsoever from Team Germany. Slavs is the #1 civ in this pool, though. So Germany still has Slavs to pick for a future game. And with a lot of these pools, it feels like whatever the first civilization is, if you manage to break that civ and you manage to get a win against the team that picks that civilization, you're going to win the set. 2-2. Back and forth, back and forth. Story of the game. I think the Slavs pick. It just enabled faster military production for the entire team. And then he had such a good matchup here against the Incas. The more I looked at this matchup, the more I hated it for Chixo. Maybe in 1v1 RM, you're fine. Because it's on normal speed. You can micro a little bit more, right? You can play resources and stuff, but in DM, feels like you're just cooked. Let's see how Germany comes back from this. Good KD there for Improvise. Improvise played really well. Salty, thank you for the 5 gifted, bro. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Way more viewers than I expected for DM Nations Cup. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm actually surprised by how much I'm liking these matches. Even the 4-0 was very interesting to me, just because Sweden was so good. It's really, really cool. Now, do we think either of these teams is as good as Sweden looked earlier? I don't think so. Like, Sweden just looked on another level from either of these, but who knows? Sweden didn't seem to have any weaknesses in their team at all. Yeah, they looked crazy. And I'm starting to get, like, every DM chat I've seen so far, or every, like, thing that Otter said or Ganji said, like, I'm starting to get the feeling that, like, Frost is just the guy. Like, Frost is him. And that concerns me for tomorrow's matches. Germany is missing the Viper. That's true. That is true. Frost and True are old school legends. I mean, everyone on this Team USA is basically an old school legend, right? A lot of the top players in this tournament. But I don't remember Frost. I remember Frost being okay, but I don't remember him being that dominant, right? And Otter said like the last 3 years, he's just won everything. All right, so we had a win for the Slavs, a win for the Ethiopians, wherever they might be on this list. I am blind. Oh, that was no. Wait. That's the wrong Civ. That's why I'm confused. There we go. Win for the Slavs, win for the Ethiopians, and a win for the Tatars. Loss for the Turks. Loss for the Malians, and a loss for the Inca. That was Germany's home map, too. Game 5 is going to be Kawasan. Had to for the fans. Is Ramson your favorite German band? It's the only German band. So. I mean, there's only 3 German songs. There's Du Hast, there's 99 Luftballons, and then there's the other one. I can't remember it. Major Tom, yeah, the Major Tom one. I love triggering Germans, dude. It's great. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Okay. Let's get into game 5 here. Toby, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Okay, we are on Kawasan. Germany against USA. Game number 5. It's a close set so far. And we are going to have Improvise up against Zayu. He's playing Turks up against the Dravidians. Now Zayu's going to go for the pawn right away.
Lately with money because of dental stuff, so I didn't subscribe.
Oh, Berserker, don't worry about it, dude. Thanks for the 7 months, brother. Don't worry about it, bro. You're good. Welcome back. So the pawns are very important. If you lose the pawn and they get cannon galleons in here, you lose all your buildings, right? So you got to try and prevent that. Good job from Leash with the champion over here, already looking to deny those docks coming up. Favorite has lost a villager, potentially, or maybe he just moved the villager over here. He's trying to get the docks set up as well. He's playing Byzantines up against the Jurchens on this side. And then meanwhile, in the pocket, we've got Inca for Leash versus the Vietnamese for Turs. So Inca's not going to be as bad as Mayans, I don't think. But still not ideal to have as a pocket player. Champions are coming forward now from Leash. They're going to try and secure this pawn and then take out all of those buildings. They got way more mobile units than the halberdiers and the elephants. So they should be able to prevent the villagers coming out and building these docks. Good start here for Team USA. Also, camels coming in trying to raid. They're getting cleared up by the halberdiers. Luchuan's over here for Keller. And the demo gets pulled back. It's full demos for Favorite. You don't really see demos that much anymore. But apparently they two-shot the Luchuans. However, they get one shot by the... They get one shot?! What?! Why? Is that necessary? Demos get one shot by a Luchuan. What? Excuse me? I'm disgusted. This unit is too busted. It is too busted. And now he's going to have the control over this pond area. And our Byzantines player is going to have to play full land. Feels like Cataphracts should be the option for him, right? Byzantines aren't the greatest on land without the ability to make towers. So, Favorite probably going to struggle on that side. It's probably just going to be a full hold from him. Kameyuks are coming over from Leash. And we have a big army from Improvise. 120 military from Improvise. Really well done. And he's clearing up all the castles and town centers, which is going to take population space away from Zayu. I would also love to see him go after these houses. I think that would be massive. Zayu is not going to be able to produce units. Like, he's going to be... He's already severely housed. It's going to be even more housed once this castle goes down. And then just take out the houses here. Right? Zayu's never going to be able to produce a military unit. Goes after the military production buildings first. He goes after the castle first. Now we got Leash with some siege workshops from this side and the Rams coming in. And Zayu is dying like a dog over here. Oh my god, look at the population here for USA. 481 versus 368. Germany is getting absolutely rolled on this side. And I don't know if there's enough over here. Keller's got a very impressive army. But I don't know if he can push the Byzantines fast enough. And look, even camels coming over from Favorite. The Vietnamese elephants just aren't here in time. Zayu destroyed over here. Look at his population. 17 villagers, 31 military. Germany is already dead. What a push from Improvise and from Leash. Favorite also back here with the camels. They know they're pretty far ahead at the moment. Just going to try and finish Zayu off. Good job with the Cav Archers sitting over here too. Elephant Archer Mass not really there for Zayu. Now they can come take this pawn too. Wow. What a momentum play from Team USA after like 4 games that have kind of been stalled out once you get to minute 10 or 20. USA just capitalizing on their good early position, and Zayu is so far away from being into this game. 12 villagers, 1 fishing ship. It's not it. Favorite refuses to die as well. It's going to take a long time to push these Byzantine castles. 8,000 HP. He's raiding with the camels. Maybe not the greatest raiding unit, but distracting the other side. Zayu has 7 villagers now. He's trying to make more TCs back here. Oh, man. Imagine if Favorite comes back. Oh, man. Oh, no. Dude, are they just going to hunt Zayu to the ends of the earth? Oh, no, bro. Oh, no. He's going to kill Zayu's villagers. He's trying to reboom. Oh, my God, brother. Zayu down to 7 villagers still. I feel bad for the man. He's like, 2 of them are over here as well. He's got 6 vills. He doesn't have a TC. He's trying to run into this direction as well to get more TCs up. And now suddenly we have a push through the center with siege rams full of Kameyuks. And Keller's in the difficult position where he needs to try and, you know, carry, but can he carry 1v3? Don't think so. They don't have a trade line of any kind set up. There goes 2 more villagers. Zio down to 3 vills now. He does have a TC, though. So he can start the reboom. He's got the Elephant Archer mass now. Turks CA, a lot of HP, but they're not doing that much damage against the Elephant Archers. So that's one thing that Zio has managed to do. Get that Elephant Archer mass set up. More Cataphracts now coming out from Favorite. Cataphract should be a pretty good option against basically anything. It's just going to be such an uphill battle. Such an uphill battle for Team Germany. Like, I'd love to see USA take control of this pond as well, right? They got a big boost from taking this pond, taking out all those buildings. Some docks here, some cannon galleons pushing this stuff back would be huge. We have Kameyuks in the back now killing more villagers. Population's getting closer, but I think a big part of that is the fact that USA is now spending their res adding trade. And look at the trade. 44 trade cards for yellow, 44 trade cards for Favorite. Looks like they're getting 91 gold per trip. Docks now being added as Improvise continues to try and push the Zio's side. 8 villagers only for Zio. Really no trade for Germany because where are they going to trade to? They can trade to like here? Or they can trade to like here to here. So bad. Score is getting a bit closer. I just think it's because USA is adding more eco now. I'm not certain that Jurchens can break Byzantines over on this side. Elephant Archers are holding, though. The docks have been denied. My question is, what can Leash do here with the Incas? Looks like he's going to go for another full ram push. If he can ram push in here, maybe. Grenadiers working away. They're running into the castles, though. They do take out the trebuchets. But the army for Germany over on this side is gone. It's gone. And the population still 100 ahead for Team USA. God, the Vietnamese, the comp for the Vietnamese was just too slow. It was too slow to help Zio out on this side. Right, he never got the docks up. Leash came over with the early champies to help Improvise. They killed the villagers. Then they killed all the production buildings and everything from Zio. And now, the Vietnamese are going to have to deal with Kameyuks. And the Ratans are not back here. The Ratans are forward. So it's Siege Ram Kameyuk. The Elephant Archers will come back to help this out. Vietnamese castles are kind of junk. They don't get masonry. They don't get architecture. They only get hoardings. So they will go down quick. And if the Elephant Archers aren't here, then the Turks should be able to push this back on this side. Team Germany doing all of this without a sustainable trade line, by the way. Team USA will have a lot more gold. And look at Leash. Leash has 9,000 gold in the bank. Maybe think about sending that to your friends, potentially. Right? Maybe share the wealth a little bit, Leash. Share the wealth. Need to spread that around. I know that's not a very American concept, but... Bought 1,000 stone? Hey. Setting up more castles in the trade line. Team Germany is trying to trade. They're trading for 37 gold. All things considered, not that bad. One thing that the Turks do struggle against heavily is any sort of elephant unit. Battle elephant, elephant archers, right? Turks don't really have a solution to that. So you can see it right here. Improvise, as soon as he's up against the elephants in mass, he needs to back away. And now he's just trying to hold the line. It's all on Leash. Leash is going to have to find a way to push. The potential here for Team Germany is the fact that USA has Incas. And Team Germany, man, they are staging quite the comeback here. Look at Zayu, 99 villagers now. He's built up a solid economy. He has built up quite a solid economy. And if he can still add in more elephant archers, I mean, maybe Germany's taken back some of the map control. Oh, don't stack up against onagers like that. Oh, man, what can Leash do? It feels like the team just needs Leash, right? They need him raiding down the center. They need distractions. Our Byzantines player is struggling pretty heavily against the Jurchens, too. Leash needs to wait for more siege ramps. He needs to come in with like 20 siege ramps with Kameyux full to the brim. But he's trying to make onagers over here too. He has 10.6k gold. And the score is flipping back and forth. Germany may be getting a little bit of confidence. Treb's working away on the castles from the Jurchens. The trade still isn't really there for Germany. A lot of their eco-pop is in villagers. But the elephants are just such a problem. The healing fortification should be... Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. The fortified bastions? It is healing 500 HP per minute. That is really nice if you're getting pushed like this. They need to find out. They need to find another way. I don't know if Team USA is going to be fully able to push here. Looks like the Kameyux and the onagers are helping a little bit. But against full elephants, it kind of feels like you need to push through the center. Need to shut this down. The ram push was good the first time around. He just didn't have enough. Good push here, though, from Favorite. He managed to push back 2 of the castles. Just trying to get this one, too. Jurchen's holding the line. Still with Lushwans as well. Great job from Zayu. Damn. What a job to recover from, what, 3 villagers he had? He's got 134 now. Felt like USA just had this game, but Germany refusing to give up. Lack of gold means elephants can't be replenished. Yep, it does. They're also very, very hard to kill. Germany is working their way towards a better trade line, 1 market at a time. What are they at now? They're at 46 gold now. Lots of gold for Team USA. Kameyux being annoying over on this side. I'm still waiting for that one big push from Leash over here. Still waiting for it. He's got so many units coming in towards the center. I think he just needs a little bit more patience. Just wait for a big mass and then go in. Or send them over here, right? Send a ram Kameyux push over here and get Favorite out of this position that he's been in the entire game. Still trying to cut off the trade, and they're raiding the trade. This is huge. That's massive. Great play from Improvise. He takes out the castle over here with the bombard cannons. He can get back onto the water. That might be exactly what they need. And they can kill the limited trade that Team Germany has. Now the elephant numbers are really starting to struggle without the trade there. Good snipes onto the onagers. He did get a couple good shots, though, Turds. The Elephant Archers are still here, but only 3 in the queue. I was here 10 minutes ago and Sayo had 3 vills. It was a great comeback from Germany, man. I think USA just took a moment, as happens in so many DM games from what I've seen. They took a moment to get their trade set up. Germany was full army production in those few minutes. Managed to push them back, but did not manage to secure a better trade line. And now we've got this jumble. This is just, oh god. Rush hour traffic over here with the trade carts. Turs is signaling here. Maybe saying start a push on this side. He's definitely not signaling the wood line for favorite. Which doesn't look great. Good shots from favorite. Good hold from favorite. Improvise still just struggling against elephants, but only 32. He must know the gold is an issue, right? So just snipe the elephants one by one. Kameox coming over too. Getting a win with the Incas feels huge. These don't feel like bad. These feel like quite good civilizations for Germany. It seems like they have the better civs. Unfortunately, their Dravidians player just got wiped off the face of the earth early. Cannon Galleon goes down. Kameox still stacking up. Waiting for an onager to come over. There's one over here. Docks are being taken out. And this is something the Incas can do. This is an effective use of their pop space, actually. Some catapult galleons. Controlling the water over here. Seems like it would be more impactful than like 10 extra cameos. Ram push to the center now, too. Losing with Jurchens versus these civs will feel really bad. Yeah. What's up, Pasta? How's it going, dude? Pretty cool game, though. Shout out to Germany for just existing in this corner. Like, the population is close. That's insane. They just need to find themselves a trade route, and it's going to be almost impossible to do that. Jump with the elephants, though, from Turs. He's going to take out the docks. Full shift into this middle area now with the Cav Archers over here. They haven't really had a solution to the Jurchens this entire game, right? It's been subpar unit matchups for favorite, but now with the Cav Archers over here helping out against them, it'll be a big-time struggle for Keller. God, Meso Civs just feels... They just feel so bad. Incas, Mayans, Aztecs. Mapuche might be okay. Muisca, ugh. Tupi, ugh. Good push over here. More raids coming in. Military for Germany. Struggling. They're still trying to get a better trade situation. All of the fight focus on this area now, though. What do you think the KD is from Leash? I don't think it's going to be that good. I think Leash's KD is going to be like 400 and 950. Maybe not that much. Maybe 400, 700. 600, 850. Okay. Better than I thought. Favorite actually with the worst KD. And now favorites in here. Distracting. Trying to take out the Luchuans. Might be able to get some docks up if Keller's not paying attention. Germany just refusing to quit. They found a better market. Guys, they have found a better market. Now they're getting 65 gold. And Zayu is here at Cannon Galleons. But the Cav Archers are here. If they can't secure it, then it doesn't mean anything. They have to be worried about the trade up here. Then, even worse, they have to be worried about the trade through here. They're getting assaulted on every single side of their little corner. Look at this. We just pull out for a second. This is Team Germany. This is Team US. I don't think that's good. And no raids. It felt like the entire time from Team Germany. They just could not get any units back into the trade. They needed everything into fill. Oh, God. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, no. There it goes. There goes everything. 103 kills, 66 eco kills. And the GG is called from Team Germany. I mean, they put up a hell of a fight, but for the first time, a team takes 2 wins in a row. Team USA, it feels like Germany had the better civilizations here. But at the beginning, like the very beginning of the game, it was improvise and leash instantly coming over here. Denying the docks, getting his own docks up, and Turs was just too slow with the elephants. He couldn't protect his ally. And the Champions kind of neutralized the Halbs too. So they can go after the villagers. It's a really good start. And that's just like, even despite the fact that Favorite lost water over here, it didn't even matter. Super sick, man. So 777 cameos created. Not that many Elephant Archers. They don't even show up here because Zayu was struggling big time. Eco, credit to Zayu for, you know, bouncing back and actually having a comparable eco after being down to like 3 vills. But look at the trade profit. Trade profit is disgusting, that advantage. None of the players on Team Germany even got to 10k. It was close for Keller, but he wasn't even there. And then the lowest on Team USA is 22k. And then Leash and Favorite had 36 and 35k gold. So good. Fun game. Fun set so far. 3-2 for Team USA. And we wait for game 6. Game looks so different if blue doesn't basically die at the beginning. Yeah, I think that the Champions were a great addition. And maybe Turs, like maybe if they were going to play that one over again. I don't know. Zayu walls in his villagers better, or Turs opens with maybe even some Cavalier early to help and then goes in Elephants. I don't know. Why Gajara so good in DM? Because they have Elephant Archers, bro. Grandmaster, thank you for the 10 months. They also have the food cost saving tech, which is probably really good long term. What is that called again? What is that tech called? Castle Age tech for Gajaras. Starts with like a Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas. Yeah. Do, do, do. Game 6 is going to be Golden Lakes. Germany has lost 2 of their home maps now. USA feels like they're starting to kind of lock in here. Turks, Incas, Byzantines getting a win. Kind of yikes. Churchians, Dravidians gone, and final civilization was Vietnamese. Golden Lakes, like water-based Gold Rush or something completely different? Golden Lakes, there's, yeah, like 4 lakes on the corners, and then the middle is like cracked earth terrain with a bunch of gold in there. So it's in like a depression. It's like on the low ground. Be right back. All right. Okay, when do we get the Rex here? I want to see game 6. I want to see game 6. Come on. Show me. What should the civs be? I know nothing about damn civs, dude. I don't know. Golden Lakes. I don't know. I don't know. Lithuanians, maybe? Lithuanians for Germany. Lithuanians, Teutons. Byzantines? What's remaining? Outcrop is remaining. Do you go Slavs here? Probably not, right? You go Slavs and Outcrop, or maybe you just want to you want to get yourself a win. So maybe you just pick Slavs. Don't care about the final game yet. Game 6 coming right up. Game 6 on the way. Germany down to their final game potentially. USA just needs 1 win to clear this up. We're going to have Germany playing Muisca. So Muisca, Slavs, and Gajuras for Team Germany. And because they have Slavs, they don't need to make houses right away. You can see Keller already making houses with Muisca, though. That's interesting. And now he's forced to garrison a bunch of villagers. So good job from Improvise right away as Keller does the teleport dance. These villagers going to send a champy over after that. Leash is coming after these villas as well. Meanwhile, on this side, we have Favorite matching up against Zayu. Muisca against Slavs. So USA has picked Muisca as well. And then we've got Vietnamese for Improvise, and then finally in the pockets, we have Leash playing as the Gajaras and Turs playing as the Gajaras too. So Camels coming out from our pocket players, eventually probably making their way into Elephant Archer. Champies coming out from the Muisca. Elephants on the way from the Vietnamese. And then the Georgians will go for SO and potentially Manaspa / Cav Archer. Free Mule Cart goes hard here. Yeah. Also have to think about locking down the water too. You can see Favorite coming out here with some champions. And that's nice if he wants to prevent villagers from docking that. It's a really important position. You can see Dock Foundation's already up here from Keller. He's thinking about it. Guecha Warriors for Keller. feel pretty good in RM. They probably shouldn't be the best in a post-imp match. But maybe Temple Guards are really good. I mean, they have a lot of HP and a lot of attack. Who knows? Doesn't feel like the greatest Civ matchup ever for Muisca up against Vietnamese. Feels pretty bad, actually. Camels are going to come over from Leash. Remember, these are Gajara camels. So they have 7 melee armor. And Leash instantly going after the villagers from Team Germany. Germany has more military population right now. And Turs is pushing like crazy through the center with camels. He's not helping out his flank. He's going after the pocket. Now he pulls these back. Trying to send them over here. To get Keller going. The Slav advantage is in full effect right now. Germany is ahead by almost 100 military population at the moment. As Turs comes in and tries to get a really good stack against these elephants. And the stand ground patrol absolutely slaughtering the elephants. Like they never even existed. More camels now coming over from Leash. We need Trebs behind here from Keller. I forgot Muisca have Siege Onager. So that actually makes them not a terrible civilization. Over on the other side, we have Slavs against Georgians. Slavs should be a little bit better here. I don't know how much better, though. SO versus SO. Just kind of, you know, at the end of the day, cancels each other out a little bit. I think it's going to be a battle of the pockets. Who plays Gajaras better? Who can get into Elephant Archers potentially faster? And also, can Keller survive against the Vietnamese? I guess he's got SO, so he should be able to. I forgot they had SO. I thought they just had Onager and they were just dog water, but with SO, it doesn't really matter as long as you got some sort of meat unit in front. And the Temple Guards are a serious meat unit. 115 HP is nothing to laugh at. Ooh, it's not Elephant Archer from Leash. It's going to be Chakrams. Could be very good as a support unit, but also very frail. What's the bonus damage on those Temple Guards? They have bonus against Cavalry +8, Camel units +6, Elephant units +8. I see Cavalry, I see Camels, I see Elephants. Seems pretty nice to me. Chakrams are dangerous, though. He needs some big shots with the SO. The Chakrams have to be very careful about their shots coming in. Slav's still pushing over here. Zayu doing a fantastic job with his Treb stack and with his SO. You can still see... Well, I was about to say Germany's ahead on military population because that's how it felt, but it's actually USA ahead on pop. On both military and eco. So good recovery here from USA. As now Elephant Archers are being added in from Leash. The Elephant Archer mass is just simply not there for Turs yet. Turs has 102 villagers in the queue. Great. My guy has 102 villagers in the queue. 109 now. 110 now. I think Germans' hopes are riding on Zayu over here, pushing back Favorite, getting some good map control. But Favorite's got the pawn. So Favorite's kind of given up this position in favor of getting this pawn. Keller also has the pawn over here, and he's going to shut down the trade line a little bit. Germany should theoretically have a longer trade line from here to here. Keller can shut this down. USA is going to have some concerns with their trade line, right? Trying to trade from here all the way over to here, but if the push from Zayu is successful, then they're just going to have to trade back here instead. Turs needs to get his Elephant Archer mass up. It'll be tough for Leash to push this. But Turs can't really push himself either because he's just still majority camels in his army. Good job from Keller, by the way. Securing the water over on this side. Pushing back with Muisca. Eco looking really good for Germany. Well, I looked 2 minutes ago and USA was ahead in population. Now Germany is really far ahead. Almost 100 pop ahead. Once again, Favorite is struggling against the Slavs. He's heavily housed right now. And he's just losing more houses. And now he loses his trebs, too, to the SO. More siege workshops going down. Zayu protecting his siege really well with the Halbs. Potentially cutting off the trade soon. Then we have Guecha, Temple Guard, some Champies also in the mix from Keller as he tries to take out that castle. And I think he will. There's no villagers repairing that. Castle goes down. That's huge. USA struggling for population. Trebs are trying to push back through the center here. Turs has 130 villagers. No trade, though. USA has started to add in the trade. Germany has not. So it could be another situation where USA temporarily gives up ground so they can add the eco. Germany, a little bit more hard focus on taking all the gold in the center. Really good job from Keller and Zayu. And Turs is doing well to support behind. And now look at this. Zayu. He's not even going to stretch for that corner of the map because he knows Favorite's just kind of camped out there. He's going to start taking out all of this stuff in the center from Leash. And that'll force Leash to come over and try and stall this out. And it's really tough for Favorite to push this from the other side. Beautiful job from Zayu. Now the castles have gone down for Improvise. I think Team USA is struggling here. The Slavs work it out for Team Germany. Such an important civilization in these matchups. I think we may have a game 7. Yep. And the Muisca are much better than I thought. Oh. Leash is paying attention. I wanted a big shot. GG called from Team USA. Game 7, here we come. Game 7, here we come, baby. Let's go. Sick. Germany winning that one. And we will go to a game 7. An excellent set. Okay. Well played by Keller. Well played by Zayu. Good job from Turs to help out and then secure this middle area too. And no trade. Really no trade set up from Team Germany. They just realized that they can fully take advantage of all this gold in the center. Maybe take the oysters as well. Good job. Are these recorded games? They are, yeah. They are. But this is the first time the public has seen them. Keller with the best eco there. 25 raisings for him too. Zayu with 54 raisings and 145 army. Damn. Slavs just seem, oh, so OP. Okay. Game 7 coming up. Win for the Slavs. Win for the Gujaras. Win for the Muisca. Loss for the Gujaras. Loss for the Vietnamese. Loss for the Georgians. So what is left? We have Malians, Shu, Khitans, Wu. Muisca and Burgundians for Team USA. Japanese, Teutons, Lithuanians, Wu, Khitans for Team Germany. Who has the better civs remaining? Kind of feels like Germany with Lithuanians and Japanese and Teutons. Like, it seems like they have the much better civilizations remaining. Game 7 is going to be Outcrop. Are we going Lithuanians, Japanese, and Teutons? Versus, oh God. What do USA have? Ugh. So they go Muisca, Burgundians. What? Shu, Wu, or Khitans? Malians? Malians, Khitans, Burgundians. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. I feel like Teutons are going to be pretty tough to stop, no? Either way, thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for the support. Lots of people here, lots of hype. Good set, great set, actually. Crime Master, thank you for the 10 months. Bombay, thank you for the gifted sub. Sorry, I didn't notice that, guys. Caldress, thank you for the 36. Welcome back, brother.
You should have heard your mom last night. She sounded like my great aunt when I pull a surprise visit. She was like,
It's been a lot of fun. It has. Let's see. Who you guys cheering for? Germany or USA? I felt like Pasta had a little bit of a revenge arc going. He wanted revenge on USA, so he's cheering for Team Germany. Germany? USA? USA? Germany? Yeah. Germany? All right, so pretty even. I like it. All right. Let's go, baby. I got the wreck. Let's go, baby. Germany, let's go. All right, Jorlin, I hear you. I see you. I see you, brother.
Germany, let's go.
Let's go. All right. Game 7, Outcrop. Germany should have the better civs here. We're just looking at the pool, and we'll see what USA has to say about it. So it's going to be favorite over here with the Khitans on the side. He's going into archer ranges and stables right away. He's going to be up against Zayu as the Teutons. It feels like he needs early damage against Teutons. It feels like he needs some early picks with this Hussar. Needs his teammate to help out. Here comes Leash to try and kill some villagers as well. On the other side, we are going to have Improvise playing as the Muisca. He will be up against the Japanese. Maybe Muisca can find some opportunities against Japanese. Who knows? I don't really know how these Temple Guards perform. Feels like they'll die to Samurai, but we'll see. Turs playing as the Lithuanians in the pocket and Malians for Leash in the pocket. The Lithuanians should be better than the Malians. The Teutons are struggling here, though. Zayu, once again, losing a little bit of initiative. His villagers are so weak, he just lost one. He's trying to finish off this castle, constantly putting those villagers back inside of the town center. But now there's cav archers here from Favorite. So an excellent job from Favorite. Look at this micro from Zayu. Look, he's dodging the shots. Dodging the pokes from the Step Lancers and the shots from the CA. Great job from him. He does it again, guys. He does it again. Looks like they had a little pause. Hasn't lost a villager over here. Finally does lose one. That is fantastic work from Zayu to keep his villagers alive. A little bit of extra idle time. There wasn't a lot of idle time up here from Favorite. Although Favorite only has 4 villagers. Hang on a second. Turs might have sniped a bunch of villagers from him. Favorite lost 7 vills. Turs killed 7 villagers from Favorite. Oh, he got hit way harder than Zayu did. Zayu's lost 5. Got a little raid back here trying to shut down the market from Keller. That could be a good play. Could kill the villager immediately. Keller now pushing in from this side with the Japanese. Muisca pushing out with Guechas. Guechas and Temple Guards. And then SO might be able to get the job done against Japanese. I don't know. I don't think so. Cav Archers for Khitans. Same, they have the same damage output, but they don't get bloodlines, which is kind of rough, especially when you're up against SO. Could be dying quite quick. Right, Khitan's probably not the best here. However, they do get heavy rocket card. So, could be okay. Ordo Cav, also decent. Infantry reflecting damage. Doesn't feel like you're going to have huge masses of infantry unless you want to go for the Liao Dao. Wages and Temple Guards still pushing in. SO, still a problem for Keller, but the Trebs from the Japanese are definitely going to be an issue. And the biggest problem in this game, I think, is that the Malians, I really don't know if they stack up very well against the Lithuanians. Feels like the Lithuanian, like the latest and Paladin option should just be better, right? Oh, Germany and USA are playing a friendly today too? Wow. Didn't realize that. Sorry, not Cameos, Gebettos for Leash. Rolling over, so it'll be Gebetto Camel. And this might be we might be setting up for a long game here, folks. Looks like the battle lines have already kind of been drawn here. USA setting up their defensive castles, thinking about a trade line. Germany doing the same. Might come down to who has more wood control in the middle. If the Khitans can manage to stop the Teuton push. The longer this goes, the worse it gets for USA. That's what it feels like, yeah. Good fight, though, for Leash. Oh my god, what is Turs doing there? What is Turs doing in that position? Looks like he was immediately trying to escape as soon as he ran in there. And Leash just takes a devastating fight against Turs. Wouldn't it make sense to mix in Teuton Paladin? I think Siege Infantry is probably better. Speaking of, Siege Infantry over here. Cav Archers are taking out the Trebs, taking out the Teutonic Knights. No Bloodlines hurts, though, and he's going to have to back up. Wouldn't Camel Trebs be decent in this situation against Trebuchets and Onagers? I guess they're tough to manage. Rocket Carts not doing fantastic. Khitan's still struggling on that side. Guechas still pushing forward. Japanese not really finding the momentum they need. The Cav Archers now coming through the center. There's SO here, though. Some Scorpions also. Non-heavy Scorpions, but they'll get the job done, I suppose. As the Cav Archers look for a raid and run right into Leash. Leash has pushed forward. He killed a couple villagers over here from Zayu. Do they get the raid into the trade here? Looks like it. I like the initiative from Keller. He will lose this army, but it forces a lot of military back from Leash. It's a good distraction. Castle set up over here, kind of stalled out. Keller's a little bit more busy with the Cav Archer raid at the back. Then pushing Improvise, but that means Improvise has an opportunity to maybe mass up and get something going. He's trying to set up his trade. Team USA behind on Eco. Behind on the Civs, too. Ugh. Teutons are just going to be so tough. Like, the Guechas are okay, and the fact that they heal when one of them dies is cool. but it doesn't feel like a unit you can push with. Every single matchup here feels like USA just needs to hold, but if they're just holding all the game, then who are they? How are they going to win? Is it Leash that needs to go crazy? It's certainly not going to be favorite. Kitans versus Teutons. Improvise is struggling. Big time. Leash will need to come over. Good job from Leash. He comes over. He's going to help his brother out. That will open the door for Zayu to have a straight 1v1 against Favorite, though. And Favorite is being pushed back pretty quickly. Teutonic Castles are going to be added in. 13 range on those bad boys. It's what happens when your pocket player comes over here to support, right? They can't support you on this side. Germany looking to be in a really good position. A lot of this set up by the civilization selections from Team USA earlier. Maybe weren't thinking about that game 7. That castle is so dead. There's a million trap shots coming in. Keller will have to retreat from this forward position, but the forward position over here for Zayu, disgusting. More units streaming in from Turs in support too. He's got more latest coming in. How many relics does he have? Looks like he's missing one. Gotta find that. That's gotta be hard at this stage of the game. Right? If we can find the relic count. He's got 2. Can't even see it on the minimap. Maybe it's coming in. And yeah, there's not a lot of space here for Favorite. Not a lot of space at all. I think one is in their trade line. It is. It's back here. Doesn't matter to Turs, though, because they're still pushing like crazy. Favorite is trying to make Fire Lancer now against Teutons. Yikes. Leash will try and push this way. Latest will come in, and if there's one thing I know about Latest, it's that they absolutely eat everything. Exhibit A. Oh, you have camels in Gabetto? I don't care. Exhibit A. And he gets out of there with 33 latest remaining. USA at a 520 population. They're only 50 population behind Germany, but losing on this side. Cav Archer's rolling in now. Bad Civ matchup, I guess, for the Muisca without the pocket to support. And the terrible Civ matchup over here in Germany. Gonna win game 7. Down 3-2. They win their final 2 games. Fantastic job from Germany. Good attempt from USA. Couple mistakes. Looks like the Civ draft worked out better for Germany, so potentially better planning. And Germany will go through to face Team Sweden in the final. Epic. I wonder if Viper's going to be available tomorrow too. I wonder. Could make a huge difference, right? Or Germany just runs it with these players. I mean, they can switch out, you know, one game if Viper doesn't, if they don't want him playing all of them. Anyway, just amazing. Amazing set. Credit to the organizers. It's been fun, and I will be on tomorrow to cast the final. I believe the final is at 16 GMT tomorrow. Maybe it's at 18 GMT. No, 19 GMT tomorrow. So 3 in the afternoon for me. Okay. Viper equals Norway, not Sweden or Germany. He's playing for Germany in this tournament. Wizard. Because he's lived there for 6 years or whatever. Yeah, make sure you check out Otter AoE as well. He's been casting most of this tournament. He's been doing DM tier lists. Did Norway have a team? I don't know. I don't think they did. Good eco here for Team Germany. USA was trying to keep up, but you can see favorite just struggling, right? And then the KD. Just good for Leash, but it didn't matter. Couldn't kill any buildings and lost a lot. Iceland had a team? That's funny. How good is Viper in DM? For many years, he was the #1 DM player. When he went through his run, he also was winning DM tournaments.